So that makes sense now. So we want to pivot and talk about, this league, that you put on. And people my age, even down to high school, love you for this league. It's competitive, but now it makes sense because I played in the league a couple years, and you got all teams as HBCUs.
Yes.
And so now I'm making
all
that
the
connection.
team names in the league.
All the team names
okay.
are HBCUs. So
yes.
just talk about, I can see the vision now because you played, then you didn't play, then you didn't go to college. So making that league, creating it, and knowing like I had the talent to play and all that. But talk about how you started that league at Farview, because that's one of the you got your Premier League like Twin Cities Prom and all that. But that's the league for us.
And, right.
And everyone come in and out. You might see an ex NBA player, you might see anyone, or might see a high schooler. But talk about how you started that league.
So that league started as a residual of North cutting down Dunwoody's program.
Okay.
And so what happened is that all those kids worked their asses off to become eligible, right? They stuck through the NYS year of not being able to play, having to hear from community, oh, y'all ain't a real team and all that, right? Kept their grades up. We had a good season. And then for Minneapolis Public Schools to invite us into their building because they needed our numbers because North was closing, right? So they needed our numbers for that. And that's the real reason why they wouldn't allow us to have our team, because they needed our numbers, right, on their programs, right? But they only took 2 of our kids out of 28. Right, so now I got 26 kids that now back to square one. So I said, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Y'all stay committed. I'm gonna pay for Myers tournaments again. We're gonna go back here, but here's what I'm willing to do. Let's go to Wisconsin Dells, right? Let's go to Iowa, right? Because I'm starting to see this side of the game now, the travel side. So they're like, bet. So we start practicing at Farview. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm coming to Farview, but when I get there, I'm kicking all the kids out, the Darryls, the Chinos, right? Yeah. So that's why we have our relationship that we have. So it's really them I'm kicking out. And they're shit talkers and all that.
Facts.
So
Shouts out to the
dog
Chinos,
walk
man.
your team and all that. Okay, well, y'all go do what you do. When we get done conditioning, come back and scrimmage. Because that's the best way to learn.
Facts.
Right?
Absolutely.
So they would come back and they would scrimmage. But one day it would be 10 kids, and then the next day, now everybody's starting to hear about it. Oh, Coach Jamil got runs going on. No, I got practice, but they got runs. And so 10 turned to 20, turned to 30. Now we got a full-fledged open gym going on. So ding, ding, ding in my head. All right, I'm going to wrap CEO around it. So now I'm going to start an in-house league because we don't have AAU like that, right? There's Pulley, and really ain't too much more yet. And then the biggest thing that I hold no lie about, I needed my sons to get some dog in them.
All right.
That's real.
They play with me, but they live with me, right? And so that means that they're sheltered from a lot of things that I had to go through that they don't have to go through, right? And if they're gonna make it in big time basketball, they got to play with the dogs.
Facts.
They got to understand the difference between shit talking to fighting and shit talking between the lines, right? And so, boom, I'm gonna wrap CEO services around it. So all y'all want to play every weekend? Cool. Now my sons get to play every weekend with the dogs of the city. And that's really how it came. And then from there, everybody just trusted in it and started showing up. And the first year was really just all street kids. We got guns and bags, right, every day, to eventually the names of the hoopers started, to come and follow through. And then it kind of just manifested itself from there.
Man, that league is big time, man. Definitely want to give you a shout out. Even playing in that, I'm traveling now, so I didn't get to play. But I was like, man, every Sunday, you don't know who you're going to see. They're going to talk crazy. But the biggest thing is, y'all, we come together. Like, he makes us pray. He makes us talk. He says a little piece. And everyone respects him when he comes in. And that's why when they call you the Godfather, you over north, like, some people come in and think it's sweet, and they get to looking around. I've had teammates come in like, yo, I'm out. Like, I'm over at Farview. I'm out. They talking crazy over there. They talking about they shoot, but it's love. And like he said, it's in between the lines. Once you get out the line, you ain't wrong me. You ain't stealing from me. You ain't from the other side. It's just, so even St. Paul in there, they talk big crazy about St. Paul, but they shaking all our hands when we leave. So definitely want to give you your flowers about that.
About this, right? And so CEO stands for Change Equals Opportunity. But what I realized in my life is that I am the CEO of me, right? And so I'm the brand. I'm the brand recognition. So how I show up dictates what I get out of life. So being able to have all these businesses and being able to move and shake hands and meet with the mayor and all this stuff is dictated by how I show. It's not my degrees that ain't hanging on the wall, right? It's literally by that. And that does not determine where you come from. That's here, right? And your ability to speak, your vocabulary is your money, right? So again, now using basketball as that carrot of life, right? And so what we do with the kids in the high school league and the middle school league is when they get a tech, they got to come to the sideline after doing 30 push-ups. They got to tell me, their wife, now why they got fired and they can't feed the family. Through it, it's a way to show respect for yourself and show respect for others. So that's basically what it is. And then the creed in the beginning is just a Helen Keller quote that I found one day. You know, going again, building my stuff at school, just came across this quote, and it's, "I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something I can." So basically show up. So even in basketball, right? You can't score all the points, but you can play defense, right? Like, so, yeah, it's just a theory of all for one for all, man, and we got to look out for each other, and especially in today's times now with Trump and all this shit going on, even more of a reason why we got to have a brotherhood, right, that looks out for each other. And so even in the league, when y'all see each other at the club, when y'all see each other out, there should always be an understanding of I got you and you got me no matter what, right?
Big facts.